Whernside is the tallest of the three mountains tackled by participants of the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge. The other two are Ingleborough and Pen-y-ghent. This 10-mile circular walk begins near the Ribblehead Viaduct and climbs steadily towards the summit. Along the way I pass historic railway landmarks, upland tarns and wide stretches of open moorland. From the top of Whernside, the views are truly far-reaching, with the dales unfolding in every direction. The descent is steep but scenic, leading to a gentle return through peaceful farmland beneath the slopes of Whernside. It's a classic Yorkshire Dales route, with something special at every stage. I set off from the roadside parking on the B6255 and follow a stony track across Batty Green, heading towards the Ribblehead Viaduct. Built in the 1870s by navvies who lived in remote moorland camps, the viaduct stands as a bold piece of Victorian engineering. Its towering arches sit to my left as I join a gently climbing path beside the railway. I stay on the main route, ignoring a turn through a tunnel, and continue along the well-worn trail. There was often a steady stream of walkers here, many aiming to complete the Yorkshire Three Peaks Challenge. To the left, Whernside is always in view, rising to 736 metres, the highest peak in the Yorkshire Dales National Park. Just over a mile from the start, I pass Bleemore sidings and follow signs pointing towards the Three Peaks and Dent. The trail leads me past Bleemore signal box and a disused railway cottage. The signal box looks immaculate, freshly painted, crisp in the sunlight, and proudly bearing a heritage plaque. After crossing Littledale Beck on a wooden footbridge, I soon reach Force Gill Aqueduct, a solid stone structure that carries the beck over the railway. Just beyond, I pause to take in the view, as the railway disappears into Bleemore Tunnel, the longest on the Settle to Carlisle line. The gradient now increases, and the trail is laid with stone slabs to protect it from the thousands of boots that pass this way. A short detour brings me to Force Gill Waterfall, where water trickles gently over mossy rock into a quiet pool. It's peaceful on dry days, but I've seen it roar with power after rain. Further on, the path splits. Most walkers aiming for Whernside's summit turn left through a gate, but I stay on the Dales Highway, climbing steadily uphill. The trail soon opens out across Craven Wold, a high stretch of open countryside shaped by time and weather. Views stretch far and wide across Great Wold. Great Noutbury Hill rises to the left, Woldfell to the right, and below in the distant valley, I spot the arches of Gill Viaduct. At Boot of the Wold, I turn left and head steeply uphill once again, joining a Pennine journey. The path skirts around one of the larger Whernside Tarns, with the bulk of Great Combe visible in the distance. A smaller tarn soon follows, sparkling quietly beside the trail. Looking northwest, the Howgill Fells appear in the far distance. With the steepest section now behind me, I press on towards the Whernside summit ridge, enjoying glorious views across Deepdale and Dentdale. Great Combe stands to the west, while a small, unnamed tarn shimmers below me on the mossy expanse of greenset moss. Soon I arrive at the summit of Whernside, 6 miles into the walk, standing 736 metres above sea level. It's a satisfying milestone, and the panorama stretches out in all directions. As I begin the descent, Ingleborough rises ahead, flanked by Simon Fell and Park Fell. To the southeast, I spot Pen-y-ghent in the distance, and down in the valley, the Ribblehead Viaduct comes back into view. The descent steepens quickly as I follow a Pennine journey down towards Bruntscar and Broadrake. Large boulders and flagstones line the path, laid to reduce erosion from the heavy footfall. Recent repair work here cost over £46,000, a reminder of the effort that goes into protecting these routes. The trail is steep but straightforward, and the views over to the viaduct are simply stunning. Eventually the gradient eases and the track becomes a gravel path, leading me gently towards Broadrake. Ingleborough still dominates the view, its shape unmistakable on the skyline. I pause and turn to take a look at the viaduct. A train is crossing at just the right moment, a perfect bit of timing that adds a special touch to the day. I leave the official Three Peaks route and turn left onto a quiet bridleway through Broadrake, a peaceful cluster of buildings beneath Whernside's slopes. The flat ground underfoot is a welcome change after the earlier climbs, and I glance left for a look at the Whernside summit. I pass a holiday cottage at Netherscar and continue along a wide grassy trail towards Ivescar. The landscape opens out across an area known simply as the Scar, where limestone boulders lie scattered across the meadows. Winterscale's farm appears on the horizon. Just before I reach the farm, I turn right and head down towards Gunnerfleet. After passing barns and stone buildings, I cross Winterscale's Beck and begin the final leg back to the Ribblehead Viaduct. This last stretch is easy and relaxed, a half-mile walk with the viaduct's full span clearly ahead. Its 24 arches shine in the daylight, a breathtaking sight that marks the end of the walk. Built as part of the Midland Railway's expansion in the 1870s, the Ribblehead Viaduct was meant to rival routes to Scotland. Construction began in 1870. More than 2,000 navvies worked here, many with their families, living in rough camps scattered across the moor. Conditions were hard, and over 100 men lost their lives. A memorial at nearby Chapel le Dale remembers them. The viaduct spans more than 400 metres and rises 32 metres above the valley floor. Its 24 arches are built from millions of bricks and finished with limestone from local quarries. It follows a graceful curve and sits on a gentle incline, an extraordinary piece of design. Though it fell into disrepair in the late 20th century, the viaduct was saved by determined campaigners and restored over many years. It's now fully protected and remains in regular use, carrying passengers and freight along one of the country's most scenic railways. Featured in film and photography and admired by walkers from all over, the Ribblehead Viaduct stands as a lasting symbol of ambition, endurance and pride. A fitting end to this unforgettable Whernside walk. If you'd like to follow this route yourself, you'll find full details on my website, including step-by-step directions, maps and route statistics. I'll add the link in the comments section of this video.